What's up, people? Halflings, King Boff is here, and this is more like, I guess this is more like an opinion video than anything, because apparently, apparently WWE 2K, or yeah, I think it's pretty much 2K. So 2K did a thing called Community Request, and it's almost over. There's still like a few days, and so if you guys want to. So, and the thing is, this little community request thing, it's gonna be over on May 22nd, I believe. And as of right now, as of today, I'm recording this, which is March or May 15th. No, May 17th. Why did I say March? I'm not in e-learning anymore. Thank God. And apparently, so as of right now, May 17th, the most requested thing from the community is GM mode. Second place goes to create a story. Now, here's my thing. Pretty much almost everybody, pretty much like every single 2K, or pretty much every single WWE fan pretty much knows about GM mode. Well, except for me. I never heard of GM mode until like pretty much like a few years ago. Like maybe like 2018 is when where I first known it, but I never played it. I don't know how I like it. I never played the SmackDown vs. Raw games, which I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a couple of you guys. Pretty sure I'm gonna get a couple comments on that. But anyway, there's this thing. So GM mode, from what I've heard, it's really, really good. That's what I heard. GM mode, I heard it was like I keep on seeing requests on this. Like in almost every single website I go to, I find 2K needs to bring back GM mode for very specific reasons. Even though they're probably not gonna bring it back anytime soon. And besides, GM mode was made by a different video game company. Because if I remember correctly, GM mode was on it was a SmackDown vs. Raw game, but 2K never had any work around it, and they never had any work with it. But if I remember correctly, I think it was THQ, which was THQ. I'm pretty sure they were the ones who pretty much made GM mode in the first place. But the one thing I will say about this is that if this actually does, if this is like an actual real thing. Oh, by the way, before I keep on going, 2K has now a new pretty much a new headmaster. Is that the right word? Is it a new boss or headmaster? I can't remember. So anyway, they got a new guy, and he's basically the headmaster. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he is. And he's actually been pretty active, especially with the WWE video game fans. And honestly, I like that. He's not chattering too much, and yet he's only like giving, he's not tweeting a lot, but he is giving us some news. Like he's actually giving us updates with this game. Also, in case you guys haven't heard, WWE 2K21 is officially canceled, but there is a replacement for that, which is WWE Battlegrounds. Or WWE 2K Battlegrounds, however, it doesn't matter. And honestly, Battlegrounds, I say give the game a chance. Battlegrounds, I say give it a chance, because I'll make another video on that. Battlegrounds will be for another video. Anyway, the main thing on this video was GM mode and maybe possibly adding it to WWE 2K22. So WWE 2K22 having GM mode, I mean, I this could literally go either way with 2K. They can either like actually go with it, like they can actually add GM mode and make pretty much everybody happy, or they can get or they won't do it, and they'll just get like a crap ton of backlash for it. Like, I'm not trying to like I have never played GM mode. All I heard was that it was a great mode. That's all I heard. I have zero idea on this whole GM mode. But I do know is that there's basically two general managers. You pick one of them, and then you pretty much host that match, or then you actually book the matches. You give them paper. You book the you actually you literally you can make contracts. You trade superstars. You can do all sorts of kind of stuff with GM mode. But honestly, I see this going either way because for me, 2K, like, I still have faith in them even after this whole, even after the even after the mess of 2K20, I will admit. But I'm just saying, WWE 2K20, like, it would have been a better game. It literally would have. It would have been a much, much better game if it wasn't for the crashes. For you guys, for pretty much like everybody who had 2K20, the game basically crashed like all the time. For me, it barely crashed. For me, it barely freaking crashed. But the one thing I will say is that the reason I don't play 2K20 is it just gets annoying. Definitely not the crashes. I had barely any experience with crashes. I've had them a few times, but not that often. Not like I don't know like every 10 minutes or whatever. But it was just how the game functioned that kind of made it annoying. I won't go into it deeply, but I won't go into it I won't go that deep into it. I'll probably make that another video, but this one's just mainly about GM mode and the possibility of adding GM mode. So WWE 2K22 having GM mode. For me, I'm gonna have to say no with it. Because as much as I would love to try out GM mode, as much as I would love to, I don't know if it's actually worth it. I don't really know. And I'm pretty sure there are those people in the comments saying, "Oh, you don't know anything." I don't know like every single WWE game. I have never played every single WWE game in like the whole like throughout the years. Like literally, like when I first learned, like when I first knew WWE was a thing, 2K17 was already made. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about 2017, 2016. I did not know WWE was a thing until I played 2K17 from Christmas, like pretty much like 4 years ago, like either 4 or 5 years ago. I think it's 4. Basically, like 4 years ago, 2K17 was made, and I had zero idea, and I do mean zero idea on Wonderworld the game was about. I had complete zero clue on Wonderworld I was doing. But there are a few 2K games where there were a few 2K, but there is like there is basically one 2K game I never played, and that was 2K16. I played 14, I played 15. 16 was the only one I never played. 17 I used to have. The main reason I don't have it anymore is because Ethan, who's not here as of right now, he sold it. He literally actually sold the game, and I'm like, why? And then there's 2K18. 2K18 is probably by far my favorite out of all the games I played. Out of all the 2K games I played. Then there was 19. 2K19, it kind of ranks the bottom of my list because I just think the superstars are a bit too bright. I really like the game, I really do, but it's just the customer, but it's just kind of like the custom, but it just feels kind of strict. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little bit strict, and I hate those kinds of games. And then there's 2K20. I would have liked 2K20. Like as of right now, still 2K20 is in the middle of my list. It's not at the top, not at the bottom. It's like around the middle. 2K20 would have been ranked a lot higher if it wasn't for, I guess, the annoying things that I had. Crashes was not one of them. It was just how the game functioned again. But anyway, GM mode being in 2K22. I mean, I don't know if it's actually worth a shot because I'm not suffering. Like I'm not dragging 2K20. I'm not dragging 2K20 along with them. I'm not. Because I know when to give them a break. Like you don't backlash the company even after that game is it's pretty much like years behind. Like for example, I still see people backlashing 2K about 2K20. And then they're literally gonna sit and they're pretty much saying like, "Oh, I'm never gonna play 2K again." Like it's like I don't know what to say. Like literally every game, pretty much like every video game company will have their hiccups, and this was definitely one of their hiccups. I'm not gonna lie. But I still like the game. It's definitely not my favorite. Definitely not by far. But it is one of those games where I pretty much I still play it. It's just the how the game functions that kind of turns me. So anyway, GM mode in 2K22. For me, it's doubtful. Do I want it in? A little bit. I'm not like all in for it. I'm just like I just need like time to think about this. Like if I were if I were to have to choose, if I were literally have to choose GMO to be in 2K22, I don't know if I would actually go for it. I would be possibly in for it, but I just don't know. I just don't know. I feel like I don't know what I feel like. It's just I don't know if it's actually worth giving it another shot. I don't know. But anyway, 2K22 having GM mode, I say it's pretty doubtful. I having my doubts on this one because 2K out of all of their pretty much throughout the years ever since they made their first 2K game, ever since WWE had their very first 2K game, it's not they never included a GM mode ever since 2K came in. So I'm honestly having doubts about this, but do I want it in? Probably, but I'm not. But again, I'm not all in for it. I'm just saying I might be. I'm just saying like I'll probably. I don't know if it's a guarantee yes or no. I just need I guess I just need like I'll just be like whatever. Like I honestly don't really care if they do or don't add it in. I really don't care. As long as the game is good, then it doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, that's basically it. That's pretty much it. Also, and also before I go off, before I end this video, GMO was first place by pretty much a mile because that's a lot. That's pretty much a lot. Create a Story was in second, and then Revive Missing Match Types was number 3. Custom music is definitely one of the most guaranteed things I want in 2K. I remember in WWE 2K17 for the PlayStation 3, mind you, they had custom music. Oh my god, I loved it. That was an actual game. I felt like I was actually in control. Like that was like no joke. Like no joke. 2K17 for the PS3. WWE 2K17 for the PS3. That was the game. If it wasn't for the graphics, I would have had a lot more fun with it. But that was a game I felt like I was actually in control. It was like I felt like I was like I wouldn't go full out saying God, but it felt like I was the actual boss of WWE. It felt like I was the actual chairman. It almost felt like I don't know if I'm gonna say I want to go that far. I was gonna say I felt like Vince McMahon, but then again he's a bit of a he's a bit of a questionable guy. He's a bit of a questionable guy with his with the stuff that he does. So I want to know. So I don't know if I would go that far. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, if you guys don't know, I'm actually playing 2K20. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very good because, well, I don't know if I could flip it. Can I flip it? No, I don't think so. Well, there you go. That's 2K20 for you. I'm actually gonna try and play it. I'm gonna try. So, yeah, I guess that's it. See you later, guys. Peace out.